Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. President Bongbong Marcos and his American counterpart Joe Biden commit to the further strengthening of ties between the Philippines and the United States. Let's get more details from Julie Baiza, who's reporting to us live from Washington, D.C. Good afternoon from Manila. Julie, what were discussed in that meeting between Presidents Marcos and Biden earlier today?
Sean, U.S. President Joe Biden reaffirmed their ironclad commitment to defend the Philippines, including the South China Sea, in his bilateral meeting with President Bongbong Marcos in the White House. In his opening remarks, Biden told Marcos Jr. that the U.S. will continue to support the Philippines' military modernization. The U.S. leader also noted the deep friendship between the two countries, a relationship he said that has been enriched by millions of Filipino Americans and communities across the United States. For his part, President Marcos said that the relationship was essential, especially with the Philippines entangled in what he called the most complicated geopolitical situation right now. Because of this, Marcos stressed the importance of strengthening its relationship with its sole treaty partner. After the meeting, the White House also announced several projects that would enhance our defense capabilities. The U.S. promised to transfer to the Armed Forces of the Philippines 2 Island-class patrol vessels, 2 Protector-class patrol vessels, and 3 C-130H aircraft, pending applicable congressional notification requirements. 2 Cyclone-class coastal patrol vessels were already transferred to the Philippines in late April and now en route to Manila. The U.S. believes that this will help in the modernization program but by AFP's maritime and tactical lift capabilities. Sean, President Marcos will have a series of private meetings and will also sit down with Vice President Kamala Harris and Second Gentleman Douglas Emhoff. Sean?
Thank you for those updates. Reporting to us live from Washington, D.C., that was Julie Baiza. Thanks, Julie. And cheers and jeers greeted President Bongbong Marcos on his official visit to the United States. In Washington, demonstrators said that Marcos Jr. is not welcome in America. But on the other side of the protests, the chief executive was warmly received by some members of the Filipino community. The president extended his gratitude and vowed that the welfare of Filipinos abroad is among his administration's priorities.
Kayo po ay napakalaking bahagi na nagpapatibay ng pundasyon ng ating relasyon sa Amerika. Dahil po rito, makakaasa po kayo sa suporta at tulong ng gobyerno bilang pasasalamat sa inyong sakripisyo para sa pamilya ninyo at para sa ating bansa.
Back here in the Philippines, Pag-asa has formally issued an El Nino alert as the likelihood of the phenomenon happening sooner than later increases. The State Weather Bureau says that there is now an 80% chance that El Nino will emerge sometime in June, July, or August. The dry spell is also projected to persist until the first quarter of next year and could impact Mindanao the most. El Nino is a weather phenomenon characterized by below normal rainfall that can lead to droughts. And the Manila International Airport Authority has announced that the Philippine airspace will be shut down for a few hours 2 weeks from now. This airspace shutdown will happen from 12 midnight until 6 a.m. on May 17. Authorities will be replacing the UPS or uninterruptible power supply that caused flight glitches on New Year's Day. The MIAA will be meeting with all 43 airline operators at the NAIA to discuss this plan and see how many flights would be affected by the shutdown. We're going to pause for a quick break, but One News Now will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Philippine Airlines has announced adjustments to its flight schedules today and tomorrow, May 2 and 3. The flag carrier said at least 15 international flights and 7 domestic flights could be delayed by 30 minutes to more than 3 hours. PAL explains that the adjustments will give way to the government's radar system maintenance. Meanwhile, authorities are now probing the power outage at the NAIA Terminal 3 on Monday. In an interview with The Big Story, Manila International Airport Authority Assistant General Manager Brian Caw said, this power interruption could have been caused by an electrical fault in the airport system. However, Caw noted that they are not ruling out other leads in the investigation, including sabotage.
We're looking at all angles. It's not just the issue of the equipment, the maintenance. We are also tapping the expertise of the NICA and the other law enforcement agencies because they find it that there's some sort of a pattern. Why would it happen always on a holiday?
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. Octa research says that the COVID-19 positivity rate in Metro Manila continues to go up, hitting 7.2% on April 29. This is much higher than the 10.2% reported on April 22, or just 1 week prior. Several provinces across the country also reported spikes in the number of COVID-positive individuals. The dry run for the single ticketing system across 7 cities in Metro Manila has started today. The new scheme is in effect in Caloocan, Manila, Muntinlupa, Parañaque, Quezon City, San Juan, and Valenzuela. The trial run aims to test the new system before its actual implementation across the entire NCR on May 12. The Lagos Nilad underpass in the city of Manila will be partially closed starting today. This is in order to give way to the rehabilitation of the passage, which will last for 4 months. Motorists are advised to take alternate routes to avoid heavy traffic. One News Now will be back at 3 p.m. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.